Hello everyone, I'm here again with another update for my Shadow Rend Cascade build. This time I have just slain Aberroth with a bossing variant that I created. Um, I replaced Sync Strike with Smoke Bomb because in the Aberroth fight you don't need to move your shadows as much, you don't need to move them around as much as you otherwise would. I also used the ranged variant, of course, to give you more fine control over your movement. And the reason I swapped Smoke Bomb is because this Smoke Blades node here, just a ton of flat damage you get for being in your Smoke Bomb, which is a lot easier to do in the boss fights rather than the mapping. And the Silver Shrouds and the Cleanse as well, very strong, and more Dust Shrouds is nice too. Um, and then also I took a couple points out of here and put them into here, so I was less reliant on shift to regain my mana. So I had again more control over movement, more control of what I am doing in the boss fight. In the Aberroth boss fight is extremely valuable. I would still recommend Sing Strike for mapping because you don't need this damage for mapping, and you're cleansing through shift anyway, so you don't really need this additional cleanse outside of the Aberroth fight. Um, and mana should be fine as well. And Sing Strike allows you to move your shadows um, to not have this delay that happens where if there's enemies over here, just now are the cascades happening. If there's enemies over here, there's that whole delay before the cascades start happening, which is our main damage. So I don't like the delay during mapping, but again, in the Aberroth boss fight, where your shadows are just likely on top of the boss the whole time anyway, you don't really need Sync Strike to move them around as much, so Smoke Bomb comes into play for more damage, and the Silver Shrouds and the Cleanse, as we discussed earlier. I did not really change gear that much. I just changed the skills. In fact, I forgot to equip this idol. I took it off because the bees modifier was messing up my testing. And I forgot to re-equip it when I went in the boss fight, which was funny. Um, uh, yeah, and I changed my passive tree because I realized I wasn't crit capped, which was a rather large mistake. I'm still not crit capped with the flat crit from this. I think I'm at like 78, 76. I don't remember exactly what I mathed it to now. Um, but that was a rather large mistake. I really should have been crit capped sooner. I really should be crit capped now, but I'm still not. Yeah, I need more crit chance from somewhere. Probably just more points into this and maybe a little bit of crit from idols or something. Um, but I mean, clearly it's not needed, right? We killed Aberroth without it, but it would be a lot better to be crit capped, of course. Um, that I think is everything I wanted to cover. Yeah. Where did I say I took points? Yeah, I took points from here, and I took points from here. I did lose a bit of health, but I put points into here to regain the crit avoidance we lost from here, and then points into here for crit chance. Yeah, I'll have the recording after this talking segment, and I really do appreciate all the support you guys have shown me. All the very nice comments have been wonderful to read. I do appreciate them very much. Again, please feel free to ask questions, suggestions, whatever in the comments below. I will read. I will respond when I find a time. I will be streaming pretty soon after I post this. I think over on Twitch, um, as I have done, as I will do. Um, if you want to come say hi, that would be much appreciated. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. Enjoy the boss kill.